Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to talk about value. So value meaning value in general and self-worth as well. Let's start with our society and the different value we have on it because, well, as you know, this society is valuing time and is valuing money. And instead of valuing some stuff with much more importance, such as, a task or an energy. So this is coming from, history. It doesn't has always been the case, but this current society is like this. Actually, most of us had to adopt a specific behavior to try to survive. Because as a kid, we are all different and we born in different families, right? So some people are born in a family who is giving value to, let's say, arts. Some other family are giving value to intellectual stuff or to science. So if you were not matching with this value of your family, you had to create some kind of tricks to make you matching with the expectation of others. And as you may know, when you were a child, actually the child are really, really good to answer to expectation of adult. So if adult has low expectation, well, you will answer to this low expectation. If adult has high expectation, you will try to raise this high expectation, which is actually good. And if the expectation are in a place where you have absolutely no quality, you will try to do everything thinking that there is something wrong with you, and you will try absolutely too much because you will think and make the believing that you can get love only if you succeed to go with the match. And when you understand this process, it's actually related to a need. So what the people valuing most of the time, they are not valuing just something, they value something according to a need. So let's say, for example, someone has a deep need of safety. Everything related with safety will be a value. Which means, like, for example, let's say you're a really creative person and you're born in a family of scientists and of people who value really safety. So they say, get a safe job, you should go for nice study, and after you will get a master and you will find a job and everything will be safe. So these people will value the intellectual learning and value all this stuff. But actually, maybe you're manual, you're really good at creating something with your hand. So it's not matching, it's not aligned. So you spend your whole time to try to survive in a place where it's not really good for you. So when you grew up, you get your power back. So you can make the choice to be at a place where the culture, where the mind, where the people surrounding you value what you are good at. So this is really important to realize this, and to try to go where you are sure that the value is matching your own value, that what you are, your whole person, is at the right place and perfectly aligned. Let's say you're a guy or a girl and you're homosexual, and you know that this is totally wrong in the society, so you will try to, find a way to try to match with the society, because we are human beings, we want to avoid suffering, we try all to find love, so you try to match to a society needs of a certain behavior or a certain image. So of course you will end miserable and always fail in your relationship if it's the case. So now it's a case of relationship. But if it's a case of talent, for example, let's say, another example, you're a business person and you have a big company. If you really put the value at the right place, you will try to value 24/7 the growth of your own company or your own growth with the company. So to value that, you will value your energy. So which means every second, every time you spend, you want to spend it in what is productive, what is valuable for you. So what you will do, you will not cook, you will hire someone. Maybe you will also hire someone to clean your house. And actually, on the opposite side, on the opposite perspective, the person has probably a talent for what you are hiring for. Like, for example, let's say the person you are hiring to clean your house, maybe this person, this is his mission of life. Maybe this person is extremely good. And actually, talking about that, I met a lady and she told me, I say, what are you doing in your life? And she told me, I'm cleaning a house. And she was really excited. And I felt, oh, really? You cleaning a house? I mean, how are you cleaning a house? I say, I clean everything. I mean, I love when it's really clean and perfect. And actually, I can see the vibration changing of the space. And when the people come back, they are happy. So I'm so happy. And the people are happy. So they give me good pay. And it's really, I'm happy with my life. So happy. And when she told me that, I was like, oh, that's so great. Because in this world, everybody has a talent. If we value the talent and people work in what they are good at, everybody's happy. So the people are happy about their jobs, they're happy about their life. But unfortunately, in our society, it is right now, people value things compared to others, but it's not because of us especially, this is because of the whole society. The whole society is trying to create robots who are good at doing some task. And they try to, the society works a certain way, so the society wants to create people to answer a need for this society to keep working. So what's happening? We value the brain, we value intellect, we value, everything with not us, with you see what I mean. We don't put the value, especially at the right place. So a lot of people suffer. Because, they feel they're worth nothing and what's the reason of their existence. And they just grow with, a bad thought in their mind, like, I'm not enough. Like, I need to justify my existence in this world every second because I'm never enough. But how can you ask a tree to create berries if this tree is an apple tree? It's impossible because just your nature is different and everybody is different. We are not equal. Everybody is different. Everybody has different talents and everybody, should be at the right place. So it's important that in whatever we do that we really realize, what is our talent and put all our energy on the talent and all the rest we delegate. And then it will make other people happy. And we just have to, close our ears, close our eyes to try to really think this is the way and change our believing if we don't think so. Because we all have been through, different paths as well. So we have to work, as I always say, on our believing to transform it with new ones. And that takes a lot of work. It's not going to come like this. So if you think like, I want to be successful, okay, you have to realize everything takes time and you need to be honest and realize that, you have a different path than your neighbors. So the work is going to be different from you than from another person. So there is a nice work to do is always think like when you are in a certain position and you think something or bad thought about yourself, it's always nice to try to, as I said, we have a kind of fragmentation. We have many voices in our head. So try to just take yourself outside of yourself and try to say, okay, this person is myself like a child or another person. What would I say to this person to feel better? So maybe you will hug, you will say, oh, you worth a lot, you're great, you have such a great talent for blah, 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 blah. And at first, it will be a bit hard, but it's much easier to do this way with yourself than just telling yourself, I love myself, I'm great. Because if you've been beaten all your childhood, you will say, what? I've been beaten all my fucking childhood. I had a life with totally terrible, and I should say, I love myself, and I have thousands of proof that it's not true. No, don't do that because this is not going to work at first. You need to try to start by saying, I'm good at, I value this, or I value this talent, or I know that I'm good at this, and try to say more these things because your brain go by step and you need to change slowly the vibration because you can't start here and go there. This is really impossible. So it's important to just go slowly to increase the self-worth and then to know better yourself as well because it takes time to transform everything. So, what I wanted to say also is like, yeah, always be kind, always be honest with where you are, because you can't be there when you are here. So, if you're here, accept you're here. That's it. And then try to transform thought, mind, etc., and understand a bit more how things are working. And then you're going to increase your self-worth and change the way you value things, because you will start valuing energy over time. What I wanted also to say. Yeah. Well, about value also, I wanted to say something that I think is important. That sometimes we value something on a position which is not appropriate, which means if you value something based on a lack, which is, of course, your subconscious, who has this lack, it's most probable that your goal is not going to be achieved, or you're not going to be productive. Because if, for example, you said, okay, I want to be successful in the company and I want to reach this stage, if you act on a lack of, because, for example, let's say I've been lacking of money all my life, I want abundance and success. If you drive your energy through the success with this subconscious or maybe really deep things of lack of, the universe is going to bring you lack, even though you're working hard for your abundance. So actually there is something hidden behind, with maybe a little tiny voice somewhere, something that you totally like maybe hide, or you're not aware of, and it's always popping up. So, well, it's some kind of subconscious process. So that's why it's really important, as I said, like when there is some weird things happening around you, on the outside, you have some kind of reflection of your inner things. So, such as like lack or not succeeding in something, it's better to just stop, check around and say, okay, where are you, little something? What do you want to say? You have a lack of blah, blah. Okay, what is your need? Okay, feel the needs, and after you can come back to your work and you can change perspective. So instead of acting on a position of lack, you will start to act on, a position of appreciation, for example. Yeah, so this is one part that I wanted to say, to start to put the value at the right place. So put the value from a right perspective. So not from a lack, but focus on something more positive. And also values start with being, how do you say? Being consistent, I would say, like starting caring about ourselves, because if we want to value our talent, our energy, it doesn't go with not valuing also your own health. So everything starts by valuing yourself, your health, so eat properly and sleep well, etc., which is really important. And also, observe others, because others inspire us a lot. Like, this person succeed. What this person is valuing? So you can observe and you see, okay, this person give value to that, and maybe I never gave this value this way to this. So maybe you are going to try to observe and change your perspective, and then your mind will start to open, and maybe you will discover more abilities and do things with more ease and be more productive as well. And if talking about productivity, if you put also your value on productivity itself, it's not going to work, because productivity is not a value. It's something who is never ending, because you value productivity and then you reach it, but then they will have another more productivity. It's never going to be enough. So you are going to be running through productivity, and you're always going to fail, because productivity is not a value. The value is your energy and where you put your energy. So it's important to set the goal at the right place. Sometimes when we don't succeed, it's maybe we didn't put the value at the right place. And it's okay. It's okay. But it's always nice to just check what you are giving value to. And if your needs change, your value may change as well. So this is totally okay. It's important to be aware of this and not being afraid to change the value. Because, I mean, we all change, and value is kind of related to some kind of believing also. So depend of what you believe in. So, of course, if you change believing, your value is going to change as well. Because, as I mentioned, it's so much related to, I mean, a culture, a society, or so many things. So we all try to fight hard with that to create our own value. And this is what we all go through when we are teenager, by the way. I think so. This is my point of view, is that we are totally lost with the value of society, with our value, with our parents' value, and actually it's all related with everybody's need. And we are like, who am I? What is my worth in this life? How can I prove that I'm worth something in this life? And this is natural. We all go through that. But it is okay that this feeling appear later when we are adults. But then it's time to just stop and say, okay, what is my value and where I put my energy and what is my talents? And then once you know that, it's much easier to shine. So for those who have kids, please value their talent and just pay them extra class of arts if they are good at arts, or if they are scientists, just let them, okay, let's do private class. I just, let's meet all the best scientists of the world, and you're going to start from now. You're 6 years old. Okay, let's start now. Because, I know this is weird what I'm saying, but I think the society may work much better if we do this way. It's going to be maybe a bit upside down for a while, but, I don't know. Let's try. This is an idea just to try to put a little seed to make you think about something, how things could be. Because, I think we all are here involved in this group because we have a desire to change things in this world, in this society, and we want to create new value. So we can't create new value without changing needs and without changing many things. So, Gambate. We have to, good luck. I wanted to talk a bit about affirmation to replace the believing, to change also our value of ourselves. Be careful with affirmation for those who practice affirmation, as I said a little bit before. But you need to be careful by not saying affirmation who are too far from where you are right now, because it's going more to destroy yourself. So it's better to always go step by step and more be honest with where you are right now and what is your value, to try to increase it little by little. Because as I said, if you practice some strong affirmation every day, it's going to be a strong fight. It's like you take a glass of water and you put nice energy inside. It's a vibration, and if this vibration is too high compared to where you are right now, your body is like, it's going to be too strong to change. So it's important to try where you are and just go here and here and here. You have your big goal. You think big, you go there for sure. And it's the same with your self-worth. Like the big self-worth is like, I'm wonderful, I love myself, and I have a lot of talent, and I love what I do because I'm exactly at the right place and I'm aligned. Well, you can't maybe be there today, but maybe you can be there. So just go there first and try to give the habits to your body, to this vibration. And once you have the habits of this vibration, you can reach the next vibration. This is really important because some people fail also or don't succeed, not only with work, but also with self-value or self-worth, because they want to go to the next step too fast. And it's going to create too much pain. So it's better to be a bit more kind, because the body is really slow compared to the mind, as you may know. So always be careful with that when you bring change in your life. Remember, you are a human being with a high consciousness in a 3D body who has some kind of limitation. Like you can't do 360 degree with your arms or with your head. So respect that always in your personal development. So think big, but step. And same for your value and self-worth. Another part, just let's end with that, because this is a funny thing. For people who think like selfishness is not a value, you'd better change your mind, because actually for me selfishness is a really excellent, great value. Why? Because when people tell you, you are so selfish, what this person is telling me, you should stop caring about yourself, care about me, love me, just, be my mother 24/7 hours, I need a slave. So yeah, so try to change your mind and start to be selfish and think about selfishness. Like think about you first, about who you are, what is your value, what is your need, and try to feel always things around yourself. And then the life may feel more comfortable because people around you will be the same. So they will not ask you to fit their needs. And many people will naturally come to each other and combine and create, light co-creation. So please be selfish. Value yourself, value everything. Thank you very much.